The markets are pumping because Donald Trump came out and said that he is pausing the massive tariffs on all countries except for China for 90 days. So today, guys, I'm going to go through exactly what this means, all of the crazy stuff that happened yesterday and today. I will also talk you through whether I think that we are out of the woods right now. Are we now going to go straight up to $100,000 and beyond? Today, guys, I will talk about everything you need to know if you're holding any crypto at all, guys. So make sure to stick around from the beginning until the end. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So let's get straight into it, guys. So what you can see for Bitcoin is that we have had a massive green candle towards the upside, and we did go above the orange line at 81,661, but we came in right on the exact dollar. This is why this trend line, this yellow dotted line, is so important, and this is why it is going to remain here. And you can see that we did on the exact dollar come up and we hit it, and since then we start to go down. So we had a little bit of a pushback or rejection of the yellow dotted line, but still we are right now in between the yellow dotted line and the orange line. So for the next few days we are going to maybe consolidate, but we're going to have to make a decision. Just like we had to make a decision as we were consolidating right here, we have to make a decision also if we remain here, whether we are going to finally break above the yellow dotted trend line here and break through this and hopefully clear this area, or whether we are going to have another pullback down to $76,000. So that's what I'm watching right now for Bitcoin on the support and resistance levels here. But it was nice to see this green candle, and this was very, this candle was, how much was it? 13% almost. So just with one single tweet, this tweet right here, Bitcoin pumped 13%. So this shows us how, when Donald Trump really wants to pump the market, then we are going to see the market being pumped. It's as easy as that. Also, he came out just before this, 3 hours before he posted it. He said that it is a great time to buy. And this has been done a few times in history previously. And whenever he has personally come out and said that it is a great time to buy or something like this, it typically means that the market does pump. So this is a very interesting development. So we did pump based on this. So we're keeping our eyes on that. But that is for Bitcoin. For altcoins, we also pumped, but we are still, if you look at Bitcoin, we are back to the level we've been consolidating in for a month. But for altcoins, we're still down significantly. So Ethereum, yes, did pump. However, we're still not at the point in which we saw this consolidation. So the trend has still broken for Ethereum. Same for Solana. The trend still has broken down, even though, yes, we came up and we met resistance here of my next orange line at $120. For Doge, we didn't see a big daily candle here. In fact, for Cardano, yes, we did go up, but look at this. The trend was very clearly this trend line right here. So we broke the trend line. Yes, we went above it again, but the trend is still broken. So this was the support level we had to hold for 61 cents here for Cardano. Same for XRP. We had this trend line at $1.95, my very important orange line. We didn't break below it until we did right here, and that means that this support level is now broken. Now, if you remember on the others chart, I said the same thing here. So we had this trend line at $325 billion. And let me do this. So we were hitting it multiple times right here. We're bouncing off it all the time. And then finally, we broke below it right here. And even though, yes, we did go up, just like for XRP, we broke it. And yes, we did go up. Just for Cardano as well, we broke it. And yes, we did go up. But that is not really very important, because just like I said, when we broke it right here, and even though we went above it, I said, okay, we went above it. That's a good sign. But the trend is still broken. This trend line still broke down. So we still need to be cautious right here. And then what happened with the others chart? It started to continuously trend downwards. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that XRP and Cardano are also going to go down significantly from this point. They could. On the technicals, we have lost the support level, but the probabilities of us having more downside when you've seen these major trend lines break, increases significantly. So we still need to be a little bit cautious here. Also for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is still below the yellow dotted line, as I showed you. So we're still being pushed down by this. If we can break this, that is a significant step in the right direction. But for now, I remain a little bit cautious, not to the point in which I'm going to close my trades. Of course, I'm not going to close my trades. You know the reason why, because I just said a few days ago and even yesterday, I said that I'm definitely not going to close my trades because all it takes is one tweet for Donald Trump and he's going to pump the market. And he can make a few more tweets today and we can be at $100,000 like just with a few tweets or with a few mentions or with a few communications. And the markets are going to pump eventually. So I'm not closing my trades, but I'm a little bit cautious still with this short term. Long term, I'm fine. But short term, we need to break above the yellow dotted line here. And also for traditional markets, you can see big green candle. We're now approaching a key level here in which we got supported 2 times. This is 5,566. So let's see if this is going to be resistance or if we are going to break it and clear this point. Now, before we talk about all of the headlines, let me show you my trading strategies. So currently I am down more or less on this current batch of strategies. I'm down about $1 million. However, with this volatility, my strategies here have been making significant profits. Like on the grid, on the algorithm, they have made significant profits. So with the volatility that's happening, more and more volatility means more and more profits. And then once we start to go up again, I will be at incredible profits moving forward. Like if we come back up to $100,000, 120, which I believe we're going to do, then the profits will be absolutely insane. But you can see that also my short strategies have been doing significantly well. So this is all great to see. Ethereum, Solana, of course, Ethereum short strategy has been doing very, very well because Ethereum has been going down so hard. Even the Bitcoin short strategy here as well, 22,500 on the algorithm. And then with the price going down, an additional $26,000. So both my short strategies are making money with the algorithm and my long strategies are also doing or making money on the algorithm. So for my Bitcoin strategy, you can see I've made $13,000 on the algorithm. And yes, the price has been going down. So the position itself is down 18,400. But this is all fine. And guys, if you want to use my trading strategies, sign up to Pionex using this link right here. Claim the deposit bonuses using this link. And then you can go long with my main coins right here. And you can go short if you want that with my main coins here as well. If you want to use it for over 180 other altcoins, click on this link right here. So let's go through the headlines. So first, Donald Trump posted this yesterday saying that he is having a 90-day pause right now on the tariffs. And this is why the market pumped, but this is not going to, in fact, for China, he did increase the tariffs to 125%. So if we continue here, we have some more headlines. Trump, I cannot imagine a further increase of tariffs in China. Also, what it says is that Trump says he thinks the US will end up making a very good deal with China. And he said that I like and respect Chinese President Xi very much, but China has never treated us properly. So let us see if they are able to strike a deal, guys. This will be very, very interesting. And this is also going to have a lot of an effect on the market, of course, when you see some more news in regards to this come out. Now, what I said in yesterday's video is that Donald Trump's plan has actually backfired. So Trump's plan just backfired because the reason, one of the biggest reasons why he is doing all of these things is because he wants to push the bond, like he wants to push the treasury yields down because he wants to push the interest rates down as well. Now, this has backfired because the treasury yields have actually been going up in this period. And that is, in my opinion, the #1 reason why he's actually doing this 90-day pause. Now, officially, they have been saying that the tariff change was made because of countries contacting it was a processing problem. So in other words, if I think it said that 70 countries has contacted the US and want to make a deal, and Donald Trump wants to be involved in every single one of these processes. So it's just a matter of not having enough time, and that is why he paused the tariffs, so he has enough time to go through all of these deals. The second thing is, and here's another one, that the 90-day pause was because Trump wants to be involved. Also, Trump said that people last night were getting uneasy with the bond market. And this is, in my opinion, the #1 reason why he paused the tariffs. Because the bond market just broke yesterday. You saw something crazy happen. You saw the S&P 500 go down, but you saw the 10-year treasury note actually go up in yield. And this chart was enough for Donald Trump. This meant that he had to take some kind of action and he had to pause the tariffs. Also, there's going to be a meeting today where he is going to hold a meeting, and there's going to be more headlines with this. And speaking of headlines, there's also, and this is something that some people forget, we will have the inflation data coming out today. So core inflation and inflation month over month, year over year. So this will be very interesting to see as well. And this is also going to have, of course, an effect on the market. So yes, expect more volatility. My trading strategies are going to continue to make more profits the more volatility we see. So that's amazing. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.